The Juniata Plaza. Juniata. 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 Never thought about it. What the hell is a Juniata? This is the Juniata Meats. Juniata. That's a fun word to say. Juniata. Juniata is... Oh, is this considered North Philly? I guess it's on the skirts of North Philly. Kind of in between North Philly and Northeast Philly. Say it's a lower middle class neighborhood, working class. It's poor. It's a poorer neighborhood. If you go up that way, you'll get into Mayfair, Tacony. They're a little bit financially. They're a little bit better off. There he is, Rick the puppy. One of the ways, I have a buddy who was in retail, and he told me a few ways when you're looking at, not retail, I have a buddy who works in real estate, and he said, here's a few ways you can tell if it's a poorer neighborhood. I can assure you that Blockbuster video's not there. Yo! So, there you go. In this case, Philadelphia. I think we're the hookah capital of the world now. I don't know when that happened. But there are hookah stores that, Jesus, God, it's quiet in Juniata. So my buddy said the few things to look for is if you see a rent-a-center, that's a sign. If you see a lot of places where like an AutoZone and a Pep Boys, he said that's a sign. I said, really? I mean, I don't hang out in the rich parts, but I'm sure they need a Pep Boys once in a while, right? I guess not. I don't know. And then he also said supermarkets. You can tell what type of neighborhood there is because of the supermarkets. And satellite dishes, if you see a lot of satellite dishes. These are things... But he told me about 4 years ago, he said Kensington will be a nice, like a decent neighborhood for 6 years from now. He said 10 years ago. He said about 10 years. So we'll see. There are a lot of developers buying property. So maybe. Kensington, by the way, mile and a half that way, not even. There it is, Aldi. Aldi's a supermarket. They're big in Europe apparently, and Aldi. Aldi's the best one out of the cheaper supermarkets. Lidl's good too. There's another company called Lidl. Save a Lot. I don't know. I've been in Save a Lots. They're not. They wish they were Aldi. Aldi on its worst day is what Save a Lot tries to be on their best day. If that makes any sense. This is Erie and Castor Ave. Rick the Puppy, you're a Juniata pit bull. Rick the Puppy, I don't know if he knows this. His mother, who's my buddy's Doug's, my buddy Doug has a dog that got pregnant, and he had a bunch of puppies. And Doug thought he was going to get rich selling pit bulls in Juniata. And I just so you know, the dog of Juniata is a pit bull. The SPCA is very close to Juniata, or it's in Juniata, and it's just nothing. It's like there are dogs there, but I would say over 50% of them are pit bulls, and that's a really low guesstimate. Don't go writing book reports off what I say, though. But when you walk around too, you see everybody has a pit bull. So Doug had a dog, and then his neighbor had a dog, and they got their dogs to have sex with one another, and then out comes Rick the puppy. My buddy Doug, his power was out, so he had to stay over my house for a few days because the dog was pregnant, and he was like, "Ah, dude, I need the puppies come. I need to be able to see what I'm doing." And I said, "Okay, Doug." He goes, "She ain't gonna have the babies." So I said, "I guess so, Doug. You can stay here for a day or two." So he's there for a day or two. And did I tell you that week earlier, I got a new couch, and Doug's dog gave birth on my new couch. I stopped buying furniture after that. I told my kids break shit. Dogs are being born on my furniture. I said to Cheryl, I'm not buying a fucking thing brand new until the kids move out. Assholes sitting on the arms of couches. They broke the door on my refrigerator, these maniacs. So I said, yeah, after the dogs, I said, I'm not fucking putting money out in furniture. I said that wasn't even one of, like, dogs being born on my couch wasn't. So anyway, Rick the puppy was born on my couch, and we named him Rick the puppy after the Dave Chappelle bit, you know, Rick James, I'm Rick James, bitch, because Rick James said, fuck y'all couch, and that's what Rick said to us. We almost named him Thick, F-I-C, F-Y-C, Thick, fuck your couch. But we named Rick the puppy. His real name's Rick. I just like to give him full Christian names, you know, middle name, the last name Puppy. So this is the backyard of a Juniata. Oh, see, look, see? Lo and behold, what do we see everywhere? Satellite dishes. I wonder if they're still like that. I know what happens is if they have rental properties, the landlord, oh man, look at this. Now Rick the puppy, get out of there. The landlord will, he won't let you get cable because they got to drill a hole through your house. So for some reason, they'll be like, yeah, do me a favor. You could drill a few holes in my brick. Destroyed the brickwork, but that's I don't know. So yeah, that's why people who rent have satellite dishes. I had satellite TV once, or twice. I had Dish TV and Direct TV, and that's probably a pit bull, Rick the puppy. Let's keep walking. And it would rain. It would be like I'm watching the Phillies game, and it would be a little bit of rain. The game's still being played, but my TV said, listen, this is too much rain. Fuck you and your game. Come on, Rick the puppy. Jumping Jack Taxis. They're open every day. They're open every day. They're open every day except Monday, Sunday, and Saturday. What are you doing? Why are you pulling? This was the world's worst Wawa. Come on, Rick the puppy. Oh shit, we're dead. This Wawa Oh my God. It was horrible. I would be dying of thirst, and I would go, nah, not that well. I'll go to the Dollar General. I hate Dollar Generals. Let's get off Erie Ave so we can talk to ourselves out loud, not scream. Yeah, yeah, I hate Dollar Generals. I hate stores that have I hate stores that have like 4 people stocking shelves, but only like one person ringing and the line 600 people deep. Hate that. I used to be a retail manager, and I was like I managed a store, Hollywood Video, for a few years, and I was like one of the best managers in the country. You know why? I won awards and all type of shit, because my thing was, let's keep the lines going. I would do the thing where I would do all the grunt work. I would do on the floor. I would stock the shelves. You guys just ring, make money. That's it. And then when it gets slower, then you guys come help me. That's how I did it. Managed. Dollar General, they don't manage. They don't DGA fuck. DGA fuck. Come on, Rick the puppy. Oh, there it is. There's the sun. It was a shitty day till about 2 minutes ago. Oh, Rick the puppy. Dare we go down this driveway? Oh, I don't think we should. No. There's the Dollar General. I saw an article. Is that what we're calling YouTube videos now, articles? Don't you hate when you meet dickheads? And like, oh, I was doing some research and I saw this, and this. And all their research is they watched a YouTube video. And I'm like, you dumb fuck. Research, you had to go to a lab. You gotta measure shit. And, I watched the Joe Rogan podcast. I did my research. Go fuck yourself, dude. Look at this. Look at these beautiful flowers. You know, that's a thing. I don't know about you, but I don't have any plants in my house. And I just don't. I can't. I tried to have like a fern, and that fucker died. So yeah, you still have the homeless issue here. Yeah, I killed that fucking fern. I killed that. I think I killed that thing in a week. I don't know. So I'm not good. But anyway. I found out that white people don't have their house covered in plants, and other people do. Did I just get canceled? Well, no, that's a good thing. They have. You can't call people they. Jesus Christ, you maniac. That's a good thing. I'm mocking white people. We need to have more plants in our lives. Right, Rick the puppy? My next door neighbor moved in December, and she was like, yo, you go in my backyard, just fucking, if anything you want, take. And she always had these beautiful plants in her backyard. They kind of look like palm trees. And I said to her, oh, you know what, maybe we were supposed to bring them in the winter, and that's why they died. But she always does such a great job with these goddamn plants. So when she moved, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna heave these plants into my yard, and I'm gonna take care of them, a little like in memory of Denise, my old next door neighbor. Yeah, that fucking thing's dead. Both of them. There's two of them dead. So now what do I do? Now I gotta, how do you get rid of fucking plant? I'll just throw them back in the yard. Come on, Rick the puppy. K Street. Uh-oh. Avoid the letter streets. That's what they say. I guess. No, there ain't nothing down this street. No. I was just about to go through Scanlon. There's a playground around the corner. When I was a kid, I used to play soccer. Don't give Rick the puppy. Don't eat the food off the. I used to play soccer and baseball and all types of shit. Sporting shit. I even played football. The one year I played football. I played football in the field. And I can't even, it's no lie, I can't walk my dog on that field because of syringes. Meanwhile, kids still play soccer on that field. And my buddy Doug, he won the lottery. And he moved from Bridesburg to Juniata. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that's disgusting. I apologize. Yeah, I think he's the first person to win the lottery and move out of Bridesburg to move into Juniata. But he was renting. Now he owns a spot. I'm thinking the cheapest a house you can get in this neighborhood, $150. I'm talking tiny. The houses are pretty, the houses across the street. It's kind of a different look. You can walk through these lots, but sometimes people don't have their dogs fenced in. It happened to me in Bridesburg, actually. So I'm done walking through the. I'll take a scooter. I ain't gonna take Rick the puppy. Parking seems to be a situation. Oh, you know what? This is like the worst street to drive down. There's always double parking. Thank God. Look, there is double parking. There's always double parking on the street. This guy built a driveway right up here. That's awesome. That must be a good feeling, like to live in a spot where there's no parking and to be able to park. Yeah, that's what I would do. I would park behind my house. It's surprisingly quiet, huh, Rick the puppy? Man, that's a shed. Look at the size of that shed. You can make that be a house. That's what we watch these. Well, not me. Cheryl, Mrs. Captain watches these YouTubers that live in tiny houses. That's what she wants to do. She wants to get a tiny house one day. I said, I ain't doing that. I live in a row home in Philadelphia. I already have a tiny house, right, Rick the puppy? I guess we'll go this way. But what the end goal of this channel was to have me and Cheryl. We were going to drive around the country in a van, kind of like you remember that guy who killed his girlfriend, and then Dog the Bounty Hunter was looking for her? What was that? What were they called? Van life. Yeah, we were going to do van life without the murder, and we're going to travel. There's no where we are. We are going to do that. That's the plan. And we could probably just sell the house, take the money, buy a van, and that's it. But I think what we're going to do is just keep the house. Because where the fuck are you going to buy a house these days? I can't buy a house no more. Housing market's ridiculous. And that way the kids have somewhere to go. That's mostly the point of keeping it, is so the kids have somewhere to go. Because I don't know how kids today, unless they're like lawyers or doc, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna buy a house. So what you could do is probably buy a house in a bad neighborhood. And like I did a video in the Badlands a few weeks ago, maybe last week, and I kind of got curious and I Googled what's the value of a house in the Badlands, and the cheapest house for sale was $80,000, and it was like a shell of a house. I was like, wow, that's Francis Hopkinson School. Francis Hopkinson, you know what he did? He kind of designed the American flag. Well, not kind of, he did. No, he did. He designed the American flag. Betsy Ross, there's not even real paperwork to prove Betsy Ross worked on the American flag. That's because when you make a flag for a country, when you're fighting another country for your own independence, it's kind of a treasonous act to make a flag. Let's see. What is the value of a house? I'm the worst Googler. A house will set, the cheapest house is $80,000, and that looks like it was sold. And then the houses are going for like $200,000. What's this guy doing? Guy standing on the corner selling snake oil. He's selling, not snake oil figuratively, but this is a funeral home. They couldn't sweep their carpeted steps. That's the first impression. The steps, the carpeted steps with shit all over it. Man, I started this walk in a hoodie. I don't think I need it anymore. Oh, look at this guy with the patio furniture made of pallets. Huh. There's some nice yards. This neighborhood, my buddy Bob lived here about, 25 years ago. Oh my God. Isn't it horrible when things that were 20 years ago become 25 years ago? Yeah, so Bob, he, well, I already got canceled in this video. I'll tell the story. Bob was the first white guy to work at that 7-Eleven. I don't know if that's true. I know that that's what his buddy who worked there, he was, I don't know what he was, but he wasn't a white guy. And he always said to Bob, why? You're the only white guy who ever wanted to work at 7-Eleven. Now, that's him. I'm quoting him. That's not me. And that's not true because there's several white guys working at 7-Eleven. Oh, yeah, he used to live somewhere around here. We would walk to the 7-Eleven and get Slurpees. Oh shit, are we near Doug's house? Oh, do I knock for Doug? Oh, Rick, you want to see your mom? Oh yeah, Rick's mom's Doug's dog. Let's see if Doug's home. There's no way he's home. He's a workaholic. He works, my buddy Doug. He'll start working at 6 a.m. and he won't stop till 11. Oh no, his house is a few blocks away. Yeah, he'll work at he'll start work at 6 a.m. and he'll go to 11 o'clock. One time, I host Quizzo in Bridesburg every Wednesday night. Every Wednesday night I host Quizzo at Bridesburg's. Crickwater is the bar, Crickwater. So one night I got done hosting Quizzo. It was 9 o'clock at night. And we were all hanging out. And I said, Doug's like, I'm going to buy a beer before I go? I'm like, before you go, you just got here. He goes, yeah, I got to go fix some woman's refrigerator. Big money when I come out late. And I'm like, I don't know, man. So he goes and fixes his appliances at like 3 in the morning. One time, he's such a good guy, Doug. There was a family that needed their oven repaired for Thanksgiving. So he went over there and worked on their stove all Thanksgiving Day to the point he was late to our Thanksgiving dinner. So we had to hold up dinner, which was cooked, because we were waiting for him to fix somebody's stove. He's a big heart, little head. No, that's true, little head. Now, I'm not sure if today is trash day. Today is Monday. And yeah, I'm not sure if it's trash day today or if it's trash day tomorrow, meaning the trash men come tomorrow. Because if you do this, if you put shit out, you know what this might be? This might be the trash men just being snobs and going, no, we're not going to take that. I don't know. It could be. But if you put the trash, you can't put the trash out to your curb till 5 o'clock at night. So if you put it out at 4 o'clock, they send people around the city walking around with tickets, and they'll give you a ticket for putting out your trash too early. If you go walking down the street about a mile or so, people are plunging heroin in their necks, but they're worried about an hour or two. Now, I get it and I don't get it. Like, what if I work? What if I have to go and leave the house, right? And it's 3:30, but I'm not going to be home till later on, till the next day. I have to go somewhere. I don't think that's fair that people. And then some people, like those people, maybe they put their trash out too early and they're just being scumbag. I don't know. I don't know everybody's story. But sometimes, and they do this a lot in Juniata. Doug was telling me, if the trash guys, if they don't like the way your trash is put out, or if it's not like, if your recycling isn't separated properly, they'll just leave it. Or even worse, what they'll do is, like, let's say if you have a pizza box in your recycling, you can't recycle pizza boxes because it has food touching it. But if you have a pizza box in your recycling bucket, they'll just throw the pizza box in the street, and then the box just blows around the neighborhood. There was a video on the news maybe a few months ago now. There was trash guys. They were just going down this little small street and they were just dumping trash. The trash guys from the city. I don't know. The only thing, I don't even know the story about it, like all the way. I just know a trash truck went down this small street, dumped it, and then the city had to come back the next 2 days and clean it up because somebody called the news. Because they had that Ring doorbell and they call it the trash guy. I'm thinking trash day is tomorrow. I wish I could live anxiety-free and just put my trash out whenever. I have a certain number of trash cans, and then once if my trash pile goes more than those trash cans, it fucks with my head. And I'll make a trip to the city dump just so I don't have an overload of trash. It's the most ridiculous thing. Uh-oh, the fuzz. Wow. Let's just see how far he goes, Rick the puppy. All the way at the end of this block, that's Kensington Ave. So, he's probably, well, it looked like he turned. Well, I guess that's it. That's my little walk around Juniata, the mean streets of Philadelphia. Juniata don't bother me none. My buddy Doug, I'll tell you another thing about somebody practices Santeria in this neighborhood, and they put a voodoo curse on my buddy Doug. He said, yeah, dude, one day I came out and all these people just praying and putting shit. They put like a spell in my mailbox with like an earring, and it was wrapped in shit. I was like, good Lord, Doug. That's a sign the neighbors hate you when they're doing ritualistic prayers in front of your house, praying for you to leave. The fuck are you doing, Doug? You know, I don't know what that. You know what he's probably doing? He's coming home late from work. You know, one time he double parked, and he forgot he double parked, and he had to go to the bathroom so bad, and he went to the bathroom, and then he left his truck in the middle of the street. He just forgot he double parked. And then the cops like knocked on his door, like, yeah, what are you doing? And they had to give him a ticket because he was out there for so long. People complained. He's like, oh, dude, I forgot to park the car. Said, how do you do that? Where the hell are we parked at, Rick the puppy? I don't practice Santeria, but I live next door to Doug. Yeah, he's got a story. I'll tell you my favorite story about Doug. And if you don't even, some of you don't even know who Doug is. This was your first video of mine, maybe. By the way, if you made it this far, do me a favor. In the comments, I want you to write, I made it all the way. I'm part of the All the Way Club. Hey, how you doing? Hit like us. Oh, it's Jeff. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, so write in the comments, All the Way Club. So my favorite story about Doug is Doug was delivering furniture around 17th and Girard Ave, and a guy drove in front of his truck and braked him, and Doug's truck hit him. So Doug gets out of the car. He goes, yeah, let's go. So the guy gets out of the car with another guy, and they shoot Doug in the leg. And Doug, instead of like falling over, Doug leaned on the truck, and he looked at the guy and he said, "What'd you do that for?" And then, so the other guy there was two guys holding guns. The one guy shot him, then the other guy gets the gun, and he's holding it at Doug. And Doug's like, "You won't do nothing, pussy." Look at that there, Paul. He said, "You won't do nothing, pussy." So then the other guy had to shoot him on the dare because Doug called him out. He's fine. The bullet was in his calf for a few years. And then one day we were sitting in his dining room watching wrestling, or his living room watching wrestling, and he was scratching his leg. And we just heard a ping, like a penny hitting the floor. And it was the bullet. He's like, "Out there, look at the bullet." I said, "Hey," I said, "Put it underneath your pillow. The ghetto tooth fairy comes when you get your bullet falls out of your body." Well, listen, if you like this video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, and while you're at it, hit subscribe. Don't forget to check out my merch. My merch, it's fire. And if you really want to help me out, oh, by the way, get a Rick the Puppy t-shirt. How you doing, Rick? We did a good walk. Go home, get you some water. And, get Rick the Puppy t-shirt. Wait, if you really help me out, if you like this video, let me start over. I got to start over. I can't do it right. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, and while you're at it, hit subscribe. Don't forget to check out my merch. My merch is fire. Get yourself a Rick the Puppy t-shirt. And if you really want to help me out, there's a link below in every video to my Patreon. If you give me money into my Patreon, I could buy if you give me $5 a month, with that $5, I could buy a 6-pack, a Boxer Ice, or if you want to give me $10, I could get a cheesesteak and a 24-ounce can of Corona beer. So sign up for Patreon. Help me, $6 for a cheesesteak. That's a bargain. That's like the best bargain in the city. By the way, that place makes the best chili in Philly. Don't be silly. When you have sex, cover your willy. Well, make sure, that doesn't say the condom part, but it does say the best chili in Philly. Well, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll sail with you later. You ready, Rick the Puppy? Toodles!